like I'm on the brink of something beautiful, or maybe terrible. I know I shouldn't ask you to be open with me when I have my secrets that I tend to keep safely under lock and key. I'm hypocritical, but at least I know we could be beautiful, or maybe terrible. Only one way to know. Only one way to know. Is this a yes or a no? Which way will it go? Only one way to know. Only one way to know.
Sounds good.
Hello there, gang. Y'all are looking hot as ever. Glad to have y'all here with us for another installment in the Legends of Abhaile. We are back tonight with the Disinherited, but before we get into all that, as always, a huge shout out to Impassable Creations. They are the makers of super floofy, awesome dice bags, as well as pillows, scrunchies. They've got hooded blankets, and much more. Head over to impassablecreations.com and check out something today. Don't forget to use our code YBIT24 for 10% off your order at checkout. And on the topic of merch, normally I would make Kat talk about this, but she is off on vacation being a loser. So we've relaunched our merch store. You'll find the updated link in the description below. We've got a much higher quality supplier now. And to celebrate, there is a ton of new things to check out. We are starting a limited edition coffee mug series featuring a character from Abhaile as well as a character from the Tavern. Each month we have a different collection of characters, and each mug will only be available for that month. We've also got our Around the World Candles collection that we're starting, featuring the After the Storm line this month. It's a soy candle with sea-like marine scents and a touch of salt water. Apparently it's supposed to bring you back to a simpler time when we were fighting for our lives on a tropical island. Check those out. And plus, many more things over at You Begin in a gift shop. Like I said, link is in the description below. Anywho, let's get on with the shindiggery tonight. When last we left off, the Disinherited had braved the Valemore silver mines. You fought terrifying undead and battled a powerful spellcaster wielding necromantic powers, saving what souls you could from the foul machinations of this unknown entity. And you returned to the surface, greeted by Finlow's acquaintance Lyle and his group of just deserters, a fellow adventuring party permitted here in Marglin. They offered you a helping hand, and once the work was done, asked for a little bit of a leg in on the reward, which soured the encounter a little bit. The just deserters have just now walked off into the busy evening streets, as folks are making their way to and fro, briskly at times, in a hurry to get home to what is, hopefully, a hearty stew or a nice warm meal waiting for them. As the sun begins to set and sink low over the eastern horizon, we pick back up with you guys here at the crossroads, literally and figuratively. You've rescued the miners, and the folks here are abuzz, words quickly spreading through the mining company. Probably ought to talk to somebody about what went down, probably need to talk to the Margrave at some point, and probably need to get a bite to eat at some point. Maybe have a nice long rest after a hell of a long day, but I leave it in your all's capable hands.
Mr. Deer. Mr. Deer. Ooh. Ooh, pick me. Ooh, please.
Tome?
I just want to make sure I don't talk over anybody. Okay. I would like. Well, I'm trying to be polite. God damn it. Anyway.
Your politeness is noted. Take an inspiration.
Anyway. Hey. So I would like to approach the miners and profusely apologize for what just happened. I am truly sorry for that bit of unpleasantness. Are you all right?
Oh, yeah. You see the two guys that were kind of on the chopping block, as it were. They were the ones that were kneeling down, at the ritual site. And then there's Gertie, the little gnome that you'd rescued from inside the caged area. And surprisingly enough, with what hell took place in that cage, Gertie's got the most of her shit together out of the three. She's looking up at you, Tome, and she's like, it's been a lot of a day, but I think we're gonna be okay because of you lot.
Good.
I don't know what okay is gonna look like, but we get to experience it, all the same because of you guys.
Yes. If you are in need of a hot meal, as I'm sure the good berries were filling but not particularly satisfying, he's actually going to turn towards Finlow. My compatriot here runs a very fine establishment with some very good drinks. I'm not sure about his cook. He kind of just turns toward. Do you know how to cook, Finlow? I do not believe that has come up before.
I'm sure I could figure something out. In worst case, I can run to the local tavern and pick up a hot meal for you. But come, friends, take a seat. Come find the lighthouse. That is my establishment. I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will even tend to your wounds. Actually, I'm going to go over now, and I'm going to start tending to their wounds, taking a look, seeing if they have anything, if anything I can do.
Okay. Roll me a. Let's start off with a perception check, Finn. Real quick, just to get going here.
All right, that will be.
While you're doing that, once more, a big gigantic shout out. Hold on, just one more time. A big gigantic shout out to Larissa Jowers, 99 Elixirs, for doing this awesome map of Margolin for us. Sorry, Finn, go ahead.
Does a great job. Look at that. That
Looks
thing is
fantastic.
beautiful. Thank you, Larissa. That would be an 11.
11? Heck yeah. With an 11, they've got some bumps and bruises and stuff on them. Go ahead and just make me a general medicine check to kind of, bandage anything up,
Because
That'd be a natural 20, sir.
Oh, I don't even need to provide the help action. Awesome.
Hey, but you know what, Tome? Your presence there, oddly, is growing more and more warming to them. For some reason, they seem to have warmed to your presence. They're no longer kind of put off by your fright, and the gentle purple glow emanating from underneath the wraps covering you is kind of... It makes them feel like there's at ease to them that kind of comes across as you're approaching, as Finlow's checking them over. And Finn with a natural 20, hell, the dreamer, she'd be proud. Deftly, with the practiced fingers of a wanderer of the Dreamtide, you are accustomed to treating small wounds on the roads, and you were able to quickly get them taken care of right as rain. It doesn't take any resources. People have brought things out to help, clean rags and linens and stuff that you're able to splint. I think, 1 second here. Sorry, guys. I have to look at something here, because I had their, so, Cal and Leo is who, we have here. Oh, good lord. Okay, cool. Now, did that not freeze everybody? Okay, good. And then there's one more thing I wanted to do, which was I wanted to look at Rich's camera because it is off. Kilter.
You need me to adjust it?
I just need to adjust it on my end. I just gotta find which one it is
Nice.
on my freaking... Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Nope, that's the one it is. Cool. Adjust it that way, and adjust it that way. Now we're good. And we're good. And we're back. Cool. Hell yeah. So yeah, you get them taken care of. And while you guys are tending to the wounded miners, and there's a quite a big crowd gathering around. It's probably 30 or so miners that have all gathered around. Some of them look like they're wiping sleep from their eyes as they're coming in from sleeping from, like their night shifters or whatever, that are just kind of waking up with the evening, gathering to see what's going on, what the commotion is, as the large armed burly man that you all had spoken to earlier, and identified himself as the foreman, Sven was his name. He comes walking up through the crowd, and he's like, "What's going on out here?"
Tome kind of gestures towards the miners. Our task is complete.
Oh. Shit. It's quicker than I thought.
Yeah, we don't mess around.
Quick question. My notes document didn't save, so I'm sorry if we covered this last game. How much do we actually know about who we just saved them from?
At this moment, next to nothing, aside from they floated, they made skeletons come out of the ground, and they shot magic at you guys.
Cool. While you guys handle the foreman, I'm going to go talk to the survivors we just rescued, and I'm going to be grilling them for information, anything they may have seen, anything they may know about. Because obviously they spent more time with What's-His-Face than we did, and we didn't do much talking.
Hell yeah, solid. We'll get there in just a second. So
Beautiful.
Sven, he's damn right you get your shit done. Holy shit. Oh, you guys need a job, you come talk to us, we'll put you to work. You could...
What's next on the docket?
Is that a job like this or a mining job?
Oh yeah, we put you to work in the tunnels. You come in real handy.
Oh, I actually wanted to speak to you about that.
Interested?
Well, more
No.
concerned.
Hard pass.
He kind of holds up the dead birds. I assume these were used to detect gases of some kind.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's how our daddies taught us how to dig. Gotta be safe.
I have a question. What if you had a miner that did not require air? I do not require air to breathe. Therefore, I would make a much better detection system for gas than a average bird.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be an awful boring job. We couldn't pay you awful much for just standing there and being like, "Ah, we're good."
Oh,
Still good.
I do not require payment. I may need to talk to your boss about potentially developing a spell that could be used in place of the canaries. But I will say that if a job is particularly dangerous and if gas is an issue, please come find me at once. I will do what I can to assist. I do not need to be paid much.
Well, I think they might be interested in that. And it's not so much that it's an issue per se, it's just precaution, if you understand. I said, our daddies grew up digging coal, and coal mining's a lot more dangerous. Their pits go deeper. But,
I got the black lung, Pop.
yeah,
Did we?
He points down at you, Finn. He's like, you know.
Did we ever examine the birds and determine if they died from gases?
They died from necromancy.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
That is why Tome was so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
They did not.
People just were really old and died from natural causes. All three at the same time.
Yeah.
Just the world's largest cosmic coincidence.
Oh yeah. But yes. I am interested in developing a spell that would be used in place of these birds. I feel that would be more efficient. But you would not have to gather these birds.
Yeah, I think the honchos really appreciate that. Speaking for myself, I know I'd really like that. Even though I do like the little birds chirping over there every once in a while.
That's fairly easy to mimic with a spell as well.
Well, howdy-da. And he waves his hand over, and this boy comes over that probably can't be more than 14 years old. But he's kind of got wiry, lean arms and a little brown mop of hair, and he's kind of dirty. And he says, "Run down to the Felix's, run down to Bud's, run down to the Gables, and get all the wanted posts down from the work. We ain't paying no more silver." And he scurries off. So I guess you'd be...
Speaking of payment.
Exactly. I figured you'd be wanting to collect on that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, all right. Hang on just 1 second, and Sven, get you squared away.
Very well.
Yeah, and he...
Finlow takes out his notebook, and he writes down the job, and he writes down the pay. With a question mark next to it, as if he's writing it in his journal. Hey, do not forget to get paid, just in case we don't work for free. A little note for himself.
Punctual. And then we will cut over to Adran there. You walk up. Finn and Tome are kind of hanging out by them. Just patched him up a little bit, but they're kind of looking better. They're chewing on some jerky that a couple of the other workers had brought up, some jerky, some cheese, and some bread that they'd been snacking on them. And they kind of look up at you as you approach. Yeah.
I just kind of, I catch one kind of between bites, and I just start asking if do they know who captured them? Like, do you know?
Oh,
Sorry,
Yeah. And they're looking up at Sven and back to you, and they're like, Sven, it was Lord Valemore, sir.
Valemore?
Valemore?
Yeah, and Sven says, bullshit.
Valemore?
Yep.
Or MR?
Where do I remember that name from?
As the name of the mining company you are standing in.
Can I hold up?
See, that's why I wish my name was been saved. I'd have recognized that name.
Is that who the hopeless romantic was?
Don't know.
Melis can hold up Nemoros and say, "Does he look like this?" And then make the skull transform into the face of the person we saw with minor illusion.
And then I'm going to draw the rest of the body down below with minor illusion as well.
Okay. Sven says, fucking storms on the goddamn coast. Okay.
Actually, it's quite nice out today. What do you mean?
Was this Lord Valemore proficient in magic?
Not that we knew of, apparently, is. Fuck.
So this is him.
Kind of saw some firsthand.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, fuck. What are we going to do about this?
He was performing a high-level necromantic ritual. He was attempting to turn regular people into his undead servants, shades.
Shit, I mean, is he dead down there?
Unfortunately,
No, he escaped.
as my companion says.
So, fuck. So we probably can't be sending miners back down in there yet. Shit.
That would be most ill-advised.
Oh.
How long ago did our combat end? Roughly.
Hours.
Probably, I think it took
hours.
about an hour to get everybody loaded up and up there, and then probably another 30, probably hour and a half, I'd say,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
to get the bodies of the past disposed of properly. And
Right. He has a house in town, I assume, right?
it's a little ways out in the countryside. He has a little estate out there, some acreage, not much farmland. They do some hobby brewing, I think.
Visit?
Sorry?
So it ought to be worth a visit.
Indeed.
Yeah, and then the Leo, Adran, the one you were speaking to, he speaks up again. He didn't say much. He would mutter to himself in a weird language we didn't understand, and but when he would talk to us, he was quite angry. He talked to us like we were property and playthings, and he spoke about bringing us to perfection. And that's what the ritual was to. You saw.
Necromancy should not be used in such a way. I am sorry you were exposed to such tragedy, my friend.
Miners.
It was something.
The ritual was meant to perfect. Sorry, I'm trying to. I don't know shorthand.
Bringing us to perfection.
Yes,
Interesting.
yeah.
Can I say an out of game theory I have?
Go for it.
I wonder if it's like some kind of like Scooby-Doo type thing where they're like he's trying to like do something for like insurance money or something like that. Like if this is some kind
I
of
would have got away with it if it wasn't for those pesky gnomes.
That's funny. There is a possibility.
Anyway, we can go.
You said he mentioned he was trying to perfect you.
He said he was trying to bring us into perfection. He had done the ritual before with a couple of the others, and we just couldn't. He kept us in the hole for the most part. It was hard to see. We couldn't. It was too tall to. Sometimes we'd put Gertie up on our shoulders, but it was too hard to see out most times. And they were. But they took him out for the ritual, and they didn't come back.
My apologies.
Well, a lot of people didn't come back, but you did your best. You did what you could. He was a madman.
And those people will be avenged.
Do you know if the ritual succeeded or failed with the miners that were taken before you?
It seemed like it succeeded. It didn't seem to have any reason to believe it failed. I presume he'd have a temper.
What happened?
Interesting.
What happened to those people who the ritual succeeded on?
Don't know. They never came back.
That is most worrying.
Anybody that wants to is more than welcome to roll a religion or a history check.
I am proficient in both.
I suck at those until level 4.
Oddly enough, the cleric only has a +1 in religion.
Right.
Sounded like Ashley Johnson playing a druid and asking why she's got a -2
That is
in nature.
that is a 22.
22.
Hold on. I forget what my modifier is for your religion or history, you said?
Yeah, religion or history, either one works for
21
me.
history.
I got plus one.
16.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, no 8. So
Cool.
Oh,
Melee,
damn,
I'm
you guys
still
saw
gonna be
each of
taking
those.
notes, so-
Okay.
yeah, Melee and Tome rocked it though. You let's do Melee first with a history check. What were you guys specifically rolling for here? Okay, that's right. Now I have to remember because there was a specific thing I was asking you guys to roll for. Holy shit. This is what I get for working all day.
This is why we say no to drugs, kids.
It was
The
hell we do.
Well, you could say no to them all you want. They just keep
This is the
happening.
people being taken for the ritual.
Guys, this is your brain. This is your
Oh.
brain on drugs.
Well, with me, it's more of a no.
Yeah, what was this check for?
What happened? Like, what the ritual was? Like,
Yeah,
basically,
Where
like,
the,
it was such
Yeah.
it's such a simple
was he
thing
trying to
too.
do?
I can't. It's such a simple, trivial thing. Okay, yeah, okay. Melee and Tome. I think you guys both at the same time. I'm so sorry, guys. Come to the same conclusion. 2 minors that the ritual had succeeded on. There was a shade. There was a shade that you guys had fought in the cave. Maybe that might have been one of the miners, but it's hard to say for sure. Even with that high of a roll, like the best you can come up with is a theory, a tinfoil theory that might be where one of the miners has gone.
I still have a bit of the shade's darkness. Can I hold that up to see if anything's happened to it?
It's just,
You remember whenever it disappeared?
yeah, it's just whispering, like dancing there. Just
It still wisps.
yep.
Oh,
Just
okay. I wasn't sure if it might have
No.
turned into a trinket or something.
no. When it's sealed up inside the jar, for some reason, it seems like it's permeates.
Gotcha.
Well, I have a thought. He said perfecting. As a fellow necromancer, well, I'm not quite that adept to have my own creations, but maybe perhaps he was seeking the next step. Typical necromancers such as myself can control simple undead, skeletons and zombies and the like, but perhaps he sought an evolution to that. Perhaps what he meant by perfection is to create the perfect servant. I mean, compared to the average undead, they're quite formidable. And most importantly, they're easy to take with you, to travel. An undead is shambling, ungainly, it trips over itself, but a shade floats. Perhaps he is seeking to evolve undead. Perhaps he is seeking the ultimate undead. That is most worrying.
For the undead that's here.
But that is
Maybe
just
we
my-
should go do some research.
Hunter kind of shrugs,
At his
looks
estate.
over at Tom, like, you're the expert on undead here. I've fought my fair share of skeletons or shambling corpses, but some like that we fought before, that's a completely other ball game. See that?
It's just that word that he used. Perfection. It sticks out to me. I need... Finlow is right. More research is... I can only work with the... Well, we can only work with the pieces that we are presented. Perhaps, with time, more of the puzzle will reveal itself.
Well, speaking of presents and presenting themselves to you and pieces, you said some other words in there. I was trying to be clever, but old Sven ain't the sharpest tool in the toolbox. But anyways, and he holds out a bag and it clanks into your hands, Tome. 30 gold pieces as per the reward. I don't know if you guys had any deal with the Margrave, but that's what we were posted offering. I do have one more request. Come in here. Come here. Sven wants to tell you something. Sven don't want a lot of people to hear.
I shall bend close. He kind of just gets like right next to his face.
He puts his hand on your head and backs you up about 3 inches, and he's like, there we go. Okay.
Forgive me, social convention escapes me.
Clearly. Fucking this guy, right?
I would say I am all ears, but I do not possess ears.
Well, do me a favor, guys.
Yes.
Because I kind of got a feeling you guys are on the trajectory. If and when you find your way to taking his head off, if you can find any type of documents or paperwork or whatnot that might put old Sven up here at the top of the food chain when all the dust stops settling, be mighty appreciative.
Perhaps.
Because I think this could be the Braham Mining Company just as well.
Ben just gives him one of these. Like, you know, one of these. I got you. Come here for a second. I have a question I don't want too many people hearing. Got a question for you. Come here.
He
and he
reaches down and picks you up, and he's, okay, what's up?
This is not what I had in mind.
Sorry.
Well, I got you. No, it's okay. Pick me back up. I don't want too many people hearing.
Oh, you liked it, huh?
Just a little too tight. That's nice. There
Squeaky, squeaky.
I'm looking for a place called
You kind
Humble.
Sorry.
Have you heard of Humble Drum?
Can I make a perception?
If we don't get banned on this,
Mom, who you been talking to?
I am nothing but a friend looking for a place to find something.
So they've been yammering about
Oh, I
this
need to find
place.
it.
It's a myth. It's not real.
I am going to give me just a second.
Should I move? Is this a private conversation?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, all right. He is not
I'm gonna
moving
reach into my bag.
Like,
I'm gonna
still, like,
reach
right
into
next
my
to
bag.
you.
What you?
I'm gonna reach in my bag and I'm gonna pull out a little glass vial like this.
Okay.
And this is where I keep my tackle. I'm gonna take a little bit out and I'm gonna say, the dreamer's blessings may have you think otherwise, and I'm gonna hand him a little bit.
Are you trying to bribe me into believing in something I don't think exists?
I'm trying to get any information you may have heard about it, whether you believe it's fake or not.
Oh, they were yammering about it being somewhere up towards the northern wall. I don't know though.
I'm sorry, you cut out there, Jake. Can you repeat that?
Nope.
Yeah.
They were yammering about it being somewhere up along the northern wall. I don't know though. That's all I got.
Up along the northern wall.
Somewhere up that way. Yeah.
Well, thank you. That's quite helpful. And then I'm gonna still put the teacle in his hand. You want this, my friend? Enjoy a nice, relaxing night tonight. And I'm just gonna turn around and write down the northern wall? Question mark.
Okay, right on. Just 1 second.
You can pay my. Oh wait, you've already paid.
Yeah,
I got it.
go ahead, Tome. I'm sorry.
I kind of just, I assume he, as Finlow gets put down, Tom just kind of like looks down and says, why do you insist on going after something imaginary?
Because I don't believe it to be imaginary. Just because someone else says it doesn't exist, doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I'm always down to find
like
something
to
rare,
see-
valuable, and powerful.
Mike Winter
Yeah.
said that the impossible is itself impossible. I too am interested in this mystery bar.
Well, the impossible is never impossible. It's just depending on where and when and how. That's all you got to do, and then anything's possible.
Oh, I
Believe
think you
me, as someone
I think you misunderstood. She said the impossible is in and of itself impossible. Meaning to say anything is possible.
believe me, as someone who's traveled through a kind of uncaring world, many things are possible that you never thought you would see.
Indeed. Oh, before I forget, I will pass. I assume it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of us, right? Oh yeah, I'll divide
yeah.
the goal.
There
I
are,
will.
6, including Cal, yeah.
I will pass out the gold, dividing it equally with my robot leg brain. Basic division, y'all.
Holy cow, math.
Oh,
Holy math, Batman.
Very impressive, Tome.
Yes.
Hunter kind of looks over at you, Finlow, and he's like, "Now tell me, in terms of things that you might not believe possible, have you ever heard about a purple worm?"
Purple. Are you
Agent
referring
works
to?
up. That's a.
Pause for a second.
What?
Above Q. How the hell do I want to decide between going really dirty or not. How would you prefer me respond to this, Jake?
Oh, you were referring to the gargantuan-sized creature, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, I've seen one before. It's big for its size. In comparison, I've told it's quite large. Above average.
My creator
I don't-
once told me of a story of
I
how
don't-
she braved the depths of a great purple worm to get its toxin. Do you want to guess how she got out?
Let me guess, cutting open the belly because it's pretty soft and able to like kind of cut it through.
The
She tried
natural
to
way.
swallow the worm.
Oh heavens, no! She summoned a firestorm from within.
Does it only happen once, like every
20 minutes.
3 weeks or so?
If you are referring to the human menstrual cycle, I'm afraid you are disappointed.
Oh, I always wondered. I always heard Fire Ganassi's had a flaming visitor.
Sven just shakes his head and walks off.
Okay,
He's like,
please,
y'all
just- we
lost
are
me
going to
there.
cut all of this, right? This is so bad. Bro. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
you-
believe it is.
I'm not sure what purple worm you're talking about.
do you think I'm editing that out? I'm not.
that would be the
uh,
perfect reel?
Mr. Sven,
He's walking off, but he turns around.
Oh.
Yeah, what's up?
you know where to find me if you are in need of any assistance.
The little one keeps pipping about a lighthouse wagon, but aside from that, not really.
What was the name of the tavern we were staying at again? My apologies.
Brant's Tap House.
I am currently staying at Brant's Tap House. If you require my services or assistance, look for me there.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. Right there on the main strip. We can do that.
I'm actually going to walk over to Gertie and I'm going to ask, do you need to be walked home?
Oh no, I'll be okay. I'll be okay, sweetie. Thank you, though. I don't need people thinking I got money if I got some big shiny contraption like you walking around. But no, they're sweethearts around here. There's not really any hooligans or nothing.
Very well. If you are in need of any assistance or anything to be repaired, find me at Grant's Tavern. I will do so expediently.
She reaches up and squeezes your hand and walks off. And the crowd slowly starts to disperse about this time.
I believe we should go.
It is just to give you guys just a little bit of a primer on the setting right now. It is sun is dipped down below, and it is probably about 6 o'clock in the evening right now.
Gotcha.
I believe we should go discuss our triumph with the Margrave. I do have business with him as well.
Hey, y'all, I'm a blunt instrument. Point me in the direction of where I need to go, and I'll go.
Should we mention the identity of the necromancer while we're there?
I think we
Is
should
it
hold our
possible-
cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it possible that they're
I
close
say
and he might
yes.
not be someone we want to?
Yes, that is an excellent idea, Mayali. We should hold the. Wait, is that how you pronounce your name? I'm sorry if I got it wrong.
You were very close.
Oh, yeah, it's-
yeah.
What's the pronoun?
Like,
Is it Mayal?
like this.
May Lee.
Yeah.
Mayali.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
speaking
that
of
sounded like what you said to
I
me.
wanted to tell you
No.
guys something super cool that I added to this thing that I discovered just the other day. One of the coolest fucking things ever. We'll probably barely ever use it, but I'm super stoked about this feature. It's awesome. So, what's the language Melee speaks?
Common, Elvish, Halfling, Sylvan.
Elvish. Who all speaks Elvish here? Does everybody here speak Elvish?
Yep, I do.
Adran? Hunter, do you?
Yeah, looks like all of us do.
Okay, probably everybody does.
I do not.
Well, I think
So Finn,
Volarus, Gnomish, Goblin, Hollow Talk, and Borealan.
what did you see then, Finn, when I just sent that message in chat?
I'll
I
take a
cannot
screen
read that.
grab of it and show you guys.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's just showing the Elvish, not a translation for me.
Nifty.
That's
Nifty.
Or
cool.
oh wait a sec. Sorry.
Then it says at the bottom it should have the translation below it.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
And then who's got something
Oh, it
really
does say it does say the translation below it.
even to you, Finn, that doesn't speak Elvish?
Yeah.
Heh, yep, I got it. It says the translation for me.
I'm writing a message in Elvish.
Okay, who speaks something very exotic?
I got your
I mean,
comment.
Hollow Talk.
Sylvan.
I speak
I don't know if
Celestial.
anyone else says that.
Oh,
Celestial.
I think it tells me how many of you. Wait, yeah, I don't.
Well, because we were named Elvish something else, which is probably why I can't see the translation.
A couple of
Oh
you guys
yeah,
have
did you
halfway.
change Elvish to Borealan?
Yeah.
What do you guys see there? Does everybody see the
I
see
see
translation?
what looks like Comic Sans.
I see. I
do
see it
not.
now. Interesting.
No, I just see. Looks like a not Greek, but it looks like some kind of.
Yeah. No, I
If Greek were in
Not
cursive.
Wingdings.
But no translation for it.
I see.
No
it.
translation.
Okay, so
That's
what
really
I
cool.
just did there is I've got this add-on now, where if we are exploring some ruins or like you guys find something that's written in a language, I can just type it there and type it in the language that it's in, and that way if you know the language you can read it, and if you don't know the language you can't read it. And we don't have to go like, oh, this is what it says out loud and everything, and then it can be up to you if you guys reveal that or not.
Interesting.
It's just a super neat little
Yeah.
weird And I just gotta remember to put it back on common, otherwise we're fucked.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, you guys wanting to head back towards the the Margrave at the Lord's Hall. I gotcha. Which that would be. I'm gonna just grab all of these because there's no reason to. Bloop.
We traveling.
So that is this building here is the Lord's Hall with the library attached.
Right.
As you guys are making your way through the streets of Margland here at nighttime, there are a good number of the street food vendors that are in little two-wheeled carts set up that have a good number of them that are still open for business, but it looks like a lot of the other carts that are offering linen wares and furs and leathers and things like that have all packed up for the day. Looks like
I'm gonna go
these...
get the lighthouse and pull up next to it and start selling.
Well, they're all up and down the Evermarch Road, going through the middle of town.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, you could pull it up anywhere you wanted to, if you wanted to. It is quite chilly outside, so you'd be a little cool until you got a fire going. But yeah, there are quite a few people still out that are, again, like I said, going to and fro, likely going home or going to the bar for a drink. As you guys make your way to the Lord's Hall, it is closed up for the day, looks like. No lights coming from inside. All the windows are shuttered and the doors closed.
Well, gentlemen, I say it's been a long day. Why don't we turn in for the night? Maybe get a little bit of a rest.
Down to hit the pub, try and talk to some locals.
Yeah, we could do
I
that.
could always
Maybe
do that.
after dinner, but I'm ready for a not so exciting night.
That could always prove ethical.
While I am disappointed, I will relent. And I do not believe breaking and entering is wise.
Never
Probably
know.
not in this moment.
But just to be safe, I will knock on the door anyway.
One second, guys.
It'll explode.
Okay, cool.
It's like, oh, we have a new toy, time to use it.
9th level glyph of warding. But it's specifically only triggered when you knock.
Alright, cool. Sorry, I am good.
Well, they're just going to cast Power Word Kill on us.
I am, yeah. All of you right now. Who's got
Yeah,
below
that's
100 hit
obvious.
points?
Oh, all of us. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say I'm fairly below 100 hit points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks.
I don't think collectively we have 100 hit points.
I don't think so.
I don't think...
Maybe
Yeah.
close.
I-
Maybe close. Yeah.
I assume there's no answer at the door.
At the door for... You're knocking on the Lord's Hall. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just to see if anyone's still inside.
Yeah, no, there's no answer.
Alright. Figured I'd be thorough.
Yeah, no problem at all.
I believe we should go back to the tap house then. That would be most wise.
I think that would be wise.
What, are we going to come back here tomorrow?
Yes.
Totally.
I have business
Probably.
with them. I have business that I would like to speak with the Margrave. Also, I believe it would be wise to update him on our adventures.
Oh, sorry, were we able to get directions to the necromancer's house?
He did not have any
Did we?
directions.
Okay, he said out of town, but
yeah.
I forgot to get more specific than that.
I will say, Melee, from your interactions with Cal and the Margrave the other day, or earlier today, sorry, seems like he would likely know because he used to be a prominent. He used to be a prominent, or I guess still is a prominent member of society. I guess so. His it shouldn't be too difficult to discover.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Brant's is just a little bit up the road from you guys, so it's not too long of a walk to get up there. There is a little upbeat ditty from a lute and sounds like a couple hand drums that are playing from inside that you guys can hear as you guys are walking up. A nice warm orange glow from torchlight, not torchlight, but firelight, candlelight coming from the windows as you guys approach. Finn, your wagon's outside, and your little horsey's there just happily eating on a bag of feed.
Wishing he was a badger.
Yeah, just munching away, munching. And as you guys are approaching, the front door bursts open, and drunk Townie comes stumbling out and leans up against the wagon and pukes into the snow before stumbling off, leaving the door open. But inside you can see it's a nice, warm, raucous atmosphere.
Is this what is known as a party?
Don't look at me, I wouldn't know.
Me neither.
Gotcha. Well,
I think it's just a tavern on a Monday night, brother.
My
creator told many stories of these.
I'm gonna try and get information on Lord Valemore. See if kind of get public opinion of him, and and if anybody knows anything weird about him. Does he have any strange habits or anything of the sort?
Okay, cool, kick ass. Anybody else? What's everybody else doing as you guys enter the space?
Melee's gonna tell Tome that anything can be a party if you want it to be. It's up to you to make it a party.
It is indeed true. My creator told me once of a party she attended in a tavern. It ended with the tavern in ruins. Can you guess who was responsible?
Is it your creator? Yeah.
Yes. She got into an argument. It wasn't anything sinister. They got into an argument. They claimed that she could not shoot a fireball from her hands and shoot an apple off someone's head. She did it, but it resulted in the tavern's destruction.
Well, let's try to keep a cool head.
I do not possess the ability to shoot fire from my hands. Yet.
She's gonna poke you in the forehead and say, "Oh, I guess you are kind of cool already."
He kind of looks himself up and down and says, "My temperature is properly regulated, but thank you."
Hunter, with his 6 gold pieces, he's not someone who's used to having money, used to always having to, spend it on, food and necessities and upkeep for his armor. So he's just oh, I have food, and immediately, gets himself a nice meal of, okay, cool, I have money, so I'm going to use it to, actually treat myself for once.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Tonight... does anybody remember what Tenarb's wife's name is? I'll give you inspiration.
Oh, wait, hold on, I have it in my notes.
A lot of riding on this, Hunter.
Do we see the guys who sold me my Tikal in the first place?
Mira. Her name was Mira.
Mira. That's right. It was named after Jet's familiar from last campaign.
Hey.
She is in there. We will get to the food here in just a second. I want to go to Adran and case in the joint, as it were. Do you want to roll me? Do you want to roll me perception or investigation as you kind of start your way across the room? Just kind of feeling out for information to hone in on as you kind of extend your senses into a familiar landscape. I can't tell if he is frozen or not.
Think so.
Yeah, Matt's
Yeah.
frozen.
Yeah, he's...
I was gonna say he doesn't sit still that long.
He doesn't get the cool
That-
speech next time.
That's so
I
funny.
mean, like usually he'd be farting by now at least once.
Perfect.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
He's
Think
back.
I'm back.
Yep, we're good. Sorry, I was after I got done with my whole spiel there about your investigating your way through the room. I was like, I bet he's frozen.
Yeah, I heard a roll me and you cut out, and you were frozen before that too. So.
Fair enough. It sounded cool, trust me. But could I get an investigation as you like make your way into the room and start to like pick up on the vibe and try to hone in on something?
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. We like it.
Make sure that goes in the tray this time.
Yeah, you are able to see. There's quite a few people in the room. There's probably 25 folks in there. There's 7 people that are up against the bar, drinking, talking amongst themselves. Looks like they all probably know each other real well. And then there's a few tables here and there that are populated with folks that are carrying on conversations, much like you all. But there is one individual who is sitting off by himself. He's drinking, and you notice this is... what was his name? Good Lord, 1 second. I have it here. I have the technology. I have to figure out the right way to go about it. We're just gonna make sure we're using the notes because we got the notes. I think it was up here. Yep. Ludwig. This is the gentleman that you talked to at the mining company before you all went down in the tunnels. He was the one that helped Tome fix Bertha, the crank system. You see him sitting over there, and he's just kind of by himself drinking quietly.
Okay, is it Ludwig, or was that just Ludwig?
Lud, that's his name.
Okay, Lud. Okay.
Yeah.
Ludd.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he's just hanging out by himself. If you wanted to slide up, I'm sure you could. But he's somebody that you know possibly could have, because he was a higher up at the mining company a little bit. Might
So, yeah,
be a decent place to start.
All right. Anybody else walking up with me, or just me?
I will.
I think
I'll actually
Hunter
come
will
to
go
it.
with you because he knows that he's large and intimidating.
So yeah, we kind of
Maybe
walk
that's
up.
not the way we need to play this. Maybe we need to play it a little bit more laid back, one-on-one. Let's let Adrian
Back
go
to
up.
yeah.
See what I can do here.
Sit back. And Tome, keep a close eye on him. You're taller than all of us. You'll be able to see. Just keep a close eye on him, and if you need to, we are ready to go within an arm's reach.
Okay.
Well, you don't want the
What
Jack
do you guys
Skellington looking shadow demon tiefling to go up to intimidate him.
Right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hold off on that until we
Um,
want him to piss his pants.
Oh, you're good.
If it is all the same to you, I have a rapport with this man. We fixed the machine together.
Valid point.
I think it would be best if I accompanied Adrian. If Adrian needed assistance in extracting information, perhaps I could give him a helping hand.
All right, so Hunter, Melee, S, and I will sit back, stay on guard.
Hell yeah! And as Adran and Tome, as you guys walk over towards Lud's table, Mira comes out to you guys and she says, "Oh, what can I get for you guys tonight?" It looks like hell, actually. Holy shit!
I'll take an ale, nice, bitter, and hoppy if you have.
I get
two of them actually. Two of them.
She looks at you as you guys are walking over, and she's like, "I got you, sweetie." And for the rest of you?
Yeah, what's for dinner tonight?
I'll take an ale. I'll take an ale as well.
Okay, an ale for you? Okay.
Alcohol has no effect on me, but I will have an ale all the same because I enjoy the taste.
Ale for you as well? Sweetie, for you? Looks to you, Melee.
What do you have for dinner tonight?
For dinner, we've got a little bit of stew left over from the chowder left over from last night, but we've got some roasted venison on tonight, as well as a wild boar. We've got a wild boar kind of a pie situation, cooked in a cast iron little skillet.
Yeah, I'll take the pie and some red wine.
Pie and some red wine?
Well, I'll take a pie as well. Do you have this might be presumptuous of me. Do you have any desserts as well?
Oh, sweetie, we always have dessert. Well, at least when I'm working, we do. Tanarb, he doesn't really like to. He's not much for bacon, but I got an apple tart going. It'll be out in a little while.
We just came back from a big store. I'll take one of those.
Well, you got it.
As a treat.
You got it. Anything else for anyone else? But if anybody wants anything, just later you can find me too.
I'll take one of those pies and one of your finest ales, please.
You got it.
I too am curious about you said it was an apple tart?
A tart? Yeah, it's apples and some sugar from molasses that we put in there, and we mix that up with some cinnamon, and it's quite a delicious meal. You wrap it all up in a flaky pastry.
I see. My creator was fond of sweets. I wish to see if I am as well.
Very well. We'll see if you are as well.
But I do have business to attend to with my companion.
Well, stop yelling at me across the room then and get to your business.
Apologies.
She runs off to get you guys' food ready, and she pokes her head back out the kitchen and beams directly at you, Finlow, and she says, "Don't think I don't remember. You didn't pay me for the other night, sweetheart." And now Finn is frozen on my screen.
Oh no!
He's
unfrozen.
Unfrozen. He was just very. He was Drax.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So as that is going on, she is getting all that going. Adran and Hunter, you guys come walking up to Lud. He looks up.
It's Adran and Tome.
Adran and Tome. That's right. I'm so sorry, guys.
Hunter.
I was looking at
Hunter's too scary.
I was looking at the screen.
Scary guy behind.
I was looking at the screen, and Adran and Hunter and Adran and Tome are both right next to each other, and I just went on the wrong side, and my words hijacked.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, probably not the best idea to send the sleep paralysis demon.
Fun fact, the painting behind me, that's what a lot of people say it reminds them of.
Yes.
No kidding. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Again,
Yeah, my wife did that.
It's like to make people feel relaxed in your massage therapy place. Hey, get nice
Right.
and relaxed and
Hey,
stare.
I am not a spa. I am a clinician. I am
Hey.
here because something hurts or something doesn't move right.
Hell
You're
yeah.
certainly not going to hear spa music in here. If you get on my table, we're going to hear Gangsta's Paradise, we're going to hear Cotton Eye Joe, we're going to hear Rockin' Robin, and about 5 Weird Al hits.
Hell yeah.
Hey, can I have you take a look at my back tomorrow? I tweaked it tonight. Just need like a pop right in the middle.
Yeah, I'll take a look. See what time I'm getting.
Snap his neck.
Just
We also always forget that Hunter's like canonically really tall because he's built like a Tim Burton character, so he's like very tall, very skinny and spindly. Like I don't think we've never set on a canon height, but it's like somewhere like 6'6", 6'5" or so. He's like very tall.
Inconveniently tall. Hell yeah.
bang his horns on the
Inconveniently
rafters and
tall,
shit.
aka I would know.
You'd be fucked in a
Does that
halfling
include
house.
the horns or not? Is that
Yeah.
6'6" with the horns, 6 foot for the head, or are we talking like 6'6"
I think six.
for the head?
I think I'll say here 6'3" with 6'3" without horns, 6'5" with horns.
Yeah, because his
Well,
horns aren't very.
He's a tiefling, so it'd be 6'6" with the horns, 6'6" with the horns and tail.
Yeah.
Well, that has to be. Well, that's canon now.
Well, I mean, that's
That's canon now. That's too good of a joke not to make it canon.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love
Anyway.
it. I do. But yeah, you guys come walking up to Lud, and he is he looks up and he's shocked at first, but because he hears somebody approaching and he was lost in thought, and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, hey, it's my buddies. You guys made it out of the mines.
Yes,
I'm a
indeed.
little bit sloshed."
Yes. I can. What is
Penny
this?
for you. Oh.
What is the term? Slosh. I am unfamiliar.
Wait, you've never drank something and heard it moving around inside your hollow metal belly?
No.
Get to it, and I kind of clap him on the shoulder. And then,
Yeah, stand up and shake your stomach, and you'll hear it.
I doubt that. As I do not possess a stomach. I'm going to pat Adran like on the shoulder, and I'm going to cast guidance. Did not last a minute.
Oh hell yeah!
Appreciate that. All right, so I'm gonna. So yeah, Lud, we're on good terms with Lud, right?
Yeah. Let's cool.
Okay.
Let's
Yes.
good guy.
Cool. All right. Gonna kind of just like yeah, I just want to ask him about his employer, Lord Valemore. He works at the Valemore Mines. Basically, just he's a prominent figure in the community. We're new to the community, trying to get in our feel for the area. Just kind of want to see what his experience working in there is like. Is he a gruntled employee, or would he have reasons to be disgruntled?
Oh yeah, Lud's always got a reason to be
the word gruntled.
Lud's always got a reason to be disgruntled, you know. But Lud he likes he likes to work, and you know, Mr. Valemore, he's a good honcho. We don't really see him too often, being truthful.
Joe?
He's generous with the community. Well, being honest, he's generous with the mining company. We always have nice stuff. We don't ever want for nothing, but it kind of stops there. But I mean, folks say he was a lazy Margrave when he was in charge. I think he just spent too much time out here focusing on the ground. He was the reason we found it. He's the reason we were able to strike silver out here. He found the deposit. He was able to hear it in the ground, is what they say. I don't know if it's true or not.
Interesting.
Was you
So-
you was able to you was successful down there then, fellas?
Yes.
Well, shit, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Did you get anybody make it out?
Yeah, we found a few miners.
Yes.
Damn it, I just had a question on the front of my tongue.
Oh shit, Lud does that sometimes. I'm sorry.
All good. Is there do we have our drinks yet from ordering earlier?
Yeah, about that time.
Okay.
Coincidentally, as you make an opening for me, Mira comes walking up with for the two of you gents. She has Because you guys were pretty nondescript with your order. She's
I'm
got.
an IPA guy. I figure Adrian probably is
Oh,
too.
you're an IPA guy. So,
Oh,
heck yes. So, yeah.
bitter and hoppy, man. Maybe a touch of citrus. Oh, but I need to be bitter enough to knock me out of my fucking chair.
She's got a couple of Rolling Vale IPAs. Well, Rolling Vale Pale Ale. They're not IPA because India doesn't exist in Abilene. But a bright and grassy
Bitter
pale
as my
ale with
mother's
a
milk.
crisp, bitter finish. Delightful for people that are weird and like IPAs.
Hey, my mom's Catholic. There's one thing I know how to do: is suffer for no reason. The second ale I ordered, and I handed to Lud.
Heck yeah. And Tome, she brings you one as well. She's like, well, here you go.
He kind of stares down at it.
She's staring at you, Lud's staring at you, the whole bar is kind of staring at you.
He's going to
I'm just
lift
kind of
it.
minding my own drink. Just
He's going to lift it to his mouth, and he is going to pour it, and he's going to keep pouring it, and he's going to keep pouring it until it is all gone. And he's going to hand the bottle back very politely and say, "One more, please."
Oh, son, okay, I'll get you. Yeah, straight away. She goes walking off, and she.
Like, he is not even the slightest.
Yeah. And in between that, she will bring out the lot of you all's meal as well. And if I gotta look at my notes one more time, because somewhere in here I have the. I'm so glad I actually take good notes. So 2 silver for the drinks. And it was, I'm almost positive 2 silver from the meal as well. And then another 4 silver from Finlow.
How much does that? Is it what? 1 silver equal or 10 silver equal 1 gold?
I believe so. On Beyond, I know it's got the conversion broken down.
How much for the dessert too?
The dessert is an extra 5 copper.
Cool.
Thanks for being honest, guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm not going to hound your asses about keeping track of your inventory, but I do appreciate it.
oh, good. In fact, I'm probably gonna move to a paper character sheet.
I just
My
so happen to have 5 copper on me.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Ludd,
Yeah.
you mentioned something about the mining company being in good, being properly maintained, but that did not extend to the rest of the town.
Yeah, it would be a lot of money. It'd be a hell of a lot of investment to spruce up every corner, you know.
Yes, it would, and that is exactly what I intend to do.
Oh, shit. Well, I wouldn't say no to that. I think a lot of folks wouldn't say no to that. It's just hard, you know. There's another thing about old Valemore. He was when he was Margrave, back when he ran the place, he was a lot of the reason why a lot of folks came out here. You see, he talked them into it. He was, I don't know, he was some mid-level big shot honcho up in Port Umbra, working for them Blue Sky people, and he got offered the Margrave gig out here, and he convinced all the people to come out here. He's like, hey, come on out here, it'll be a great time, it'll be work for everybody, it'll be amazing. And he got everybody stirred up and brought them all out here, and then it was a bust.
I am not one for flowery words, but I feel it is... What is the word that humans use? I feel...
Worcestershire.
Watch your sister.
Watch your
I
sister?
I believe the word you use. I believe the word that humans use is instinct.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Instinct.
When I
Oh, too close.
saw the ruined buildings as we walked toward the mine, I cannot describe quite the feeling I felt, but I felt a pull, a desire. I am not used to having such things. I feel it is my duty, my purpose, to repair. And that is what I will do. I will not stop until this entire town has been restored, whether that is by myself or with the help of others.
Oh, good lord. Okay, well, I mean, best of luck to you, friend. Nothing personal, but I got a couple silver pieces on you get bored after a month, but you come back and let know how it goes.
I'm already running calculations.
That something tells me that's probably your baseline.
I'm speaking with the Margrave in the morning, once I have a better plan of action.
Oh, you all are fancy. You all, what you looks at you, Adran. He's, what you asking all these questions about the old Fairmore for?
I'm just trying to get acquainted with the town. He seems to be a prominent mover and shaker, and someone I should at least know about. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's like I say, he's not much of a giver, really per se, but he does stuff for the town. I guess supports the town.
Just a lot of community outreach kind of things.
Well, yeah, the silver doesn't hurt. It surely doesn't hurt. It doesn't one bit.
Oh, Lars got to keep the town's economy strong.
He's actually holding a big old swanky party tomorrow night for some potential investors. He's trying to open up a new mine pit. He says there's a bigger, deeper vein, a richer vein that'll make the town put it on the map. He keeps saying.
Interesting.
But so he's having some big swanky party out at the estate, out at the property south of town. I don't know. They don't invite lead to those things. Lead's just good for keeping the miners in check, keeping the equipment working.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch where he said this. Did he give like a general direction where the estate was?
South of town.
South of town.
So if you're looking for something more specific, lead can hook you up.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as long as we're sitting here drinking, having a good conversation, I don't see why we ought to hold back on any part of the story.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Mr. Valemore wouldn't mind. You obviously helped out his venture here quite some bit today. So you just gonna go south of town about probably 10-20 minutes if you're on horseback, and then there's gonna be a big, large dead oak tree sitting on your left-hand side going south out of town. Left-hand side. He like holds his hand up to like look for the L first. And then
Does he wrong?
You say he wants to dig deeper.
That's the idea, I think. Yeah. We think when we're running this one to its exhaustion point. But you take a left at that there tree, and you go until the end of the road. At the end of the road is Mr. Valemore's estate. There'll actually be at the tree a big gate. It's got big iron words saying Valemore on top, so you can't miss it. They like people to be able to see them from the Evermarch. It's their kind of their thing. Lud doesn't get it, but
If it makes you feel better, Lud, I do not either.
You look over at Finn, and he's scribbling and drawing, and he's He's working out a plan to get in. He's taking notes.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Well, Mr. Ludd, would you mind if I speak with Adran in private for a moment?
Well, you guys can do whatever you want, but it's Lud's table first.
Oh.
Yeah, we can get up and head back to our own table. I just wanted to.
Oh.
I just wanted to say, stop by and get some information on the man we were able to help, and maybe let him know that we could absolutely be of help to him in the future if we need be.
Lud gives you a thumbs up. Melee, you were
looking really slow, confused.
Were you trying to say something earlier, Melee? I'm so sorry.
Has he heard how people are invited to these parties? Like, is it commonly known, like, they get a letter or something, or...
Oh, well, so for the most part, it's really not a... Like,
If he knows you, you already know to be there.
Kind of, yeah, it's like, it's investors, like big hoity-toity people from Port Umbra come down, people from Elms Reach down in the south, a couple people from Anselm's Grossen maybe, people that we don't have to deal with. A lot of blue sky folks, a lot of...
I see.
Yeah, mostly just blue sky groups, folks. That's it. He goes back to his cups and you guys have a lovely meal.
We definitely need to get into this party.
Well, I have a plan.
So in character at this point, as soon as we leave him, I'd probably talk to Kat's character, with Calandra, right?
Mm.
I always mix it up. Is this something that it seems like your family would be interested in investing in?
Interesting point of order. At this moment, you realize she is not in the bar with you guys.
Okay, she's actually not here. I see.
Yeah, she... don't know... you're pretty sure... you guys want to roll me history checks?
Adran.
19. What's up?
Tome is, the more that this guy is talking about, like, the mine, like, digging deeper, he is getting more and more concerned.
25.
Hunter
Like, it's clear as day on his face.
Okay.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, sorry.
No, all good.
I got a 0.
That is a 23.
Oh, yeah.
19.
19, 23, 25. Corbin Vale,
Yeah,
what's he
just
doing
wait on
here?
proficient at like I'm supposed to be.
What is Corbin Vale doing here?
Yeah, he don't belong here.
That was what.
Let me
I was
try
confused
rolling
about that as well.
underneath Finn.
Oh my god, Corbin Vale, can you sign my 485th rodeo?
I will be happy to.
Um...
But you may want my buddy
Oh,
over
wow,
here.
Finn's not bad either. Finn and Tome, you notice, or now at least thinking back, she didn't come in the bar with you guys, but she was with you guys on the street for the most part. You know she was at the Lord's Hall with you guys. But yeah.
Well, let's hope she's not kidnapped.
Yeah, Melee turns and says, "Hey, Oh, where'd she go?"
Well, where do we remember leaving her? where did we last put her?
She may have had other business to attend to.
It could be that.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
would she have said something before she left, though?
are you thinking something untowards may have happened?
I don't know.
Just like the fact that we're using the term both untowards and gruntled in one podcast is
Somebody's been reading their calendar of the day, or their word calendar.
Considering
it's
her
been
martial,
really
considering her advanced martial prowess, I feel very sorry for anyone attempting to do anything untowards.
Yeah, I'll lower my voice a little bit. Well, I was thinking she might be a good in to the party, since her family's big in shipping and other stuff.
I have a plan.
This is true.
We're going to get the lighthouse. We are going to take the lighthouse, and we are all going to disguise self to look like waiters and waitresses.
Can you disguise
we
self?
were hired
We're gonna Ocean's
to
11 already.
bartend the party.
Mhm. Mhm.
We take the lighthouse up. I take in my fine goods. We get them drunk, and we start talking. And we get them to start talking. We start listening.
While that is indeed elaborate, I think a simple conversation with Calandra or the Margrave would allow us to enter the party.
Yeah, and
we'll call mine Point B.
Finn, from the sound of it, it sounded like they were probably going to be pretty sauced up already.
That's why they wouldn't even notice.
We also have a far more disturbing problem. I would like to make an active perception check to make sure no one's listening to our conversation.
Actively perceived, Tom.
If I see him stopping and looking around before he speaks, can I do it as well?
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 17.
Go for it, Myler. Oh, hell yeah.
23.
Oh, hell yeah. No, you guys seem like you're undisturbed. Nobody's hovering anywhere near you guys.
So, what's our plan of attack, so to say?
Well,
In the morning, Ian at the park, possibly.
before that, there was something troubling about the information I gathered from our friend Lynn. The former Margrave, he said he wanted to dig deeper. That's what stuck with me. And when we found and again looks around, the supposed former Margrave, according to eyewitnesses from those we saved, he happened to be at the lowest, near the lowest point of the mine. And what was also at the lowest point of the mine, Hunter?
Oh, is that necromancer there?
That crack.
Yeah. That pure darkness there.
And he said,
Yeah, someone. Oh, sorry, you go.
he was saying he wanted to dig deeper, which is what is troubling to me. Because if that was just a mere crack, perhaps he has found a larger one.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me
Nothing.
you want to go back in the mine.
Well, not
I
that.
broke a nail last time.
I mean, I do want to point out,
I never laughed at that.
I did describe in detail that liquid in that mine bottom, and no one did anything with it.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Well, that was after I left for the session,
Yeah,
I think.
Probably. Well, probably not. It was probably at the very beginning of the fight, but there was a lot going on. It's no big deal. Anyways,
I think there
what I
might be-
will say, I will give you guys for free, because you guys didn't interact with it. There is stuff with it. If you wanted to go back, you totally can, but it wasn't water,
I think.
is the main takeaway. Or at least it wasn't like normal water.
I could have sworn I grabbed a vial of that too.
Didn't say that at the time.
Okay.
I'll
go back in. I don't mind.
I'm sorry.
Hunter looks over at Tome and says, possibly tomorrow, you and I, let's venture back down there and do some more investigation while the other folks go talk to the hoity-toity people up in the, library area.
I believe we could do that before the. I do not think it would be wise to split our forces. Perhaps if if the former Margrave is the man who he fought down in those mines, we should all fight together as a united front. But it may be possible to go there before the festivities.
Now let's do some investigation down there. That's what I was saying.
But if the
Not doing anything too drastic. Just investigation to find out more details.
Yes. And if my hunch is indeed correct, then this town may be in far more danger than we thought. I just don't understand his... I mean, to abuse necromancy to such a degree. And how is no one taking
Not
note?
everyone has memorials.
Yeah, can I do a history check? Or have there been like famous necromancers, or is that like a common,
Yeah, roll history.
like malicious
Yeah,
actor in the
what's
world?
the general perception of necromancers in this world? Is
Yeah.
it
Go for it, Adran. You're also in
12.
a good position to.
Hunter kind of looks over at Tome and says, "Unfortunately, not everyone has the
13?
same pristine morals as you do, Tome."
True story.
But it's more than that. Magic gives off powerful magic. It radiates a specific, lack of a better term, aura. And to use such a powerful I mean, perhaps he was so deep down in the mines that it wouldn't be able to be detected on the surface.
Who do you think was listening?
I'm unsure.
I don't know if there's anyone here who would be able to sense it, let alone recognize it.
Possibly he might even be working for someone else.
Perhaps there are... Unless people were told.
There's all sorts of monsters in this world. We're just here to hunt them down, get rid of them. Although not all monsters live out in the woods, some of them wear human faces do.
Changelings.
Just... Something doesn't add up. But I don't quite know what that is yet. As I said, I can only work with the information that is placed in front of me. But...
Well,
It's okay.
people are
Division.
naturally... Sorry, you go first.
I was gonna say division and addition in one day is it's a big ask.
Maybe it's just
I believe we should be
people are
cautious.
just kind of...
Oh, go on. You first.
People are unfortunately naturally greedy, so maybe it's just a thing of he wants as much money as possible and is abusing necromancy to do it.
money's a means though, not an end. What's he gonna do with it?
No, he
There's
spoke
got to be a
of...
goal in mind.
Some people
There
will
has to
sell
be a
their
word of
soul
this
for it.
black liquid somewhere in the textbooks.
It wasn't black. It was like blue.
I'm sorry, of this blue liquid. Maybe we can find something at the home. Try and see what he's doing.
Hunter, as good of a theory as that is, I do not believe this man is motivated by money. The word perfection, I mean, from what I was able to tell, he seems to be fanatical. One does not use terms like perfection to be perfected without some greater purpose behind it. I do not simply believe this could be motivated by money or power. It's something far greater than that. It's a purpose. I don't know what that is.
For tonight, I say we sleep on it, and then tomorrow we can get to work figuring things out. Yeah?
And
Agreed.
this time, Melee, you feel a tugging on your sleeve. Look over, and there's the little gnome girl from the mine, Gertie. She's... excuse
What's
me,
she have?
I don't mean to interrupt you guys. But just me and the boys that you pulled out of there, we wanted to thank y'all for what you did. You didn't have to do it, and you did. So, and she holds out a little bowler hat that she's got, and we pulled together what we could. It's not much, but we got some coins for you guys.
Might I ask something else instead of coins?
Hey.
You can ask something else in addition to coins, and if it's possible, I'll do it for you. And she dumps them out on the table.
Oh, I was.
She sees Adran frothing at the mouth.
I'm not frothing at the mouth, but I'm not going to turn down resources.
Right.
Don't blame you.
How well off? Like, they're just miners, right? They're probably
common.
Yeah, I was gonna accept this point.
Yeah, it's looking at it. It's not terribly much. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was hearing something, so I was making sure it wasn't me getting messages.
No, it's just me.
Oh, you're good, dude. It looking down, it's really not much. It's like 7 gold and quite a few silver pieces, but not much.
And I would like to get down to her level, just kind of kneel down.
Okay.
I am aiming to fix a good deal of the broken structures around town. Instead of gold and coins, I need pants. I wish to restore this town to working order. And
Aled is gonna hate us.
And if it is amenable to you, when the time comes for me to begin those repairs, I would greatly appreciate your help.
I'm not much of a builder. I'm quite little, you see.
It is not about the size of the pair of hands. It is about the actions that they commit.
Those actions can't commit being taller. But, I mean, I'll do what I can, I guess, if I can when I'm not working at the mine, but gotta feed the family.
I will pay you 3 gold a day for your services. All of you.
Well, we can't be making any decisions right yet, but you come talk to us when you're ready to, and we'll help you out.
Very well. I do not need a decision now, but please keep your coin and spend it on
no. I don't want to have to track them down tonight. They're all off getting drunk somewhere else. They usually go.
Adrian just slides 2 gold off the table.
Fenn takes his gold, throws him up to the barkeep, and says, "Drinks or serve up that many drinks to the bar. Tell them if they want more, they can find me at the lighthouse."
Well, I can just get 1 drink for that if you want.
1 drink for 3 gold?
I mean, depends on how much you want to spend, sweetie.
Better be some
I'm
top
saying, give everybody, buy around as much as you can with that 3 gold. What, does a drink cost more than 3 gold?
It can.
What does it cost now?
No, not just any drink, but there's drinks that cost more than 3 gold. It just depends on what you order.
Well, then we're gonna obviously stay away from those. Let's look at the ones that maybe a silver or 2.
I got
Hunter looks over is like, now what on earth? What kind of hoity-toity stuff costs 3 gold here?
Well,
apparently stuff they're trying to get me to buy for everybody. No. That's the total. If you want a tip, then make it 2 gold and serve up 20 drinks that are worth a silver apiece.
Well, if you're wanting to spend some real money, we got in a bottle of Mercator Brunfeld. It's a 12-year,
Adran has memories of that.
and it's 150 gold pieces.
Is that like Malort?
And memories they shall remain.
Agreed.
I know. It's the only distilled liquor in the region. So they can kind of name their fucking price. It kind of sucks, but...
Really?
We've had the bottle for 12 years sitting on that shelf.
Do you know how they made it?
No clue.
Hunter kind of laughed for a second. He's like, I think my dad had a bottle of that one.
Maybe. They're quite proud of it.
He was too.
Just a quick question. Has the tart been brought out yet? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Tommy's gonna hold it up and just kind of turn to Hunter. Would you share this with me? My creator said that sweets are often better shared.
Well, sweets are also best shared with friends, so absolutely.
It is good to have friends.
La, la, la.
And
La la la.
and Tome is gonna take a slow bite. This is supposed to be
Now-
sweet, yeah?
Lady in the Trampet.
Well, now wait, Tin Man here. Do you have taste buds? Are you able to taste it?
Yeah, some sort of sense organs.
Organ.
I am still. Yeah. Before he takes his bite, he kind of pauses and kind of ponders it for a moment. Forgive me, even I am a bit confused about my own biology. For
You
many
know,
years, I
I've-
was. Oh yes.
Oh, I was gonna say, I've heard a lot of tasting really good things is in the mental preparation and thinking that you're gonna taste something really good. So maybe concentrate on it.
It's just that for a very long time, I did not possess the ability to smell, taste, even touch was lost to me. But apologies, I am quite unsure as to how my body functions. But I can indeed taste, smell, and anything that a normal human could do, except I am not human.
Can you get an erection?
Yes. Oh,
Why'd you gotta take it there? We
I've
have
been-
had such a clean.
Why
I
is
have
that the
been-
first place you come?
I've
He
been
did say
preparing-
anything. He did say
out of
anything.
game. Out of game, because what's about to happen is going to be sad, so I'm going to balance it out with something funny. Jake, I've been preparing this for a while. Tome can indeed. It just costs a spell slot. Anyway. Anyway.
And this is the kind of energy we have when Jack's not here.
Yeah. Anyway, as Tome does indeed go for his first bite of the apple tart, he kind of pulls back and he actually looks a bit confused. He turns towards you, Bailey, and says, "These are supposed to be sweet, yes?"
I think so.
Then why does this taste so bitter in my mouth? It
I mean,
tastes like
there's-
ash.
Well,
I do not
That's-
understand why.
supposed to taste like ash, but there's a little bitterness.
How does it taste for me?
She said it would be sweet.
Tastes like a really good version of a McDonald's apple pie.
I am
I mean, it
confused.
tastes like It tastes pretty good, like the way my mom used to make. But
let me focus, like Mayeli said. Perhaps Maylee. Apologies. He actually looks a bit like disturbed, and he's going to taste it again. Oh, that's what it's supposed to.
And I tell if he's lying.
Roll an insight check.
I
sounded
will insight you, my
A
friend.
bit.
Not 20.
Oh, you guys! What are they?
Oh.
What are they picking up on?
So for a moment, there is clear confusion on his face. There is a deep sadness just radiating off of him.
Aw. Poor buddy.
I always imagined that we would try these together.
You miss her a lot, don't you?
Do not be silly. She was merely my creator and nothing more. I apologize. I need to use the, what do humans say? I need to go out. He's just gonna stand up and
As you
not
stand
speak.
up, Melee's gonna hold out Nemoros, and the skull says, "Hey, I know how you feel. I don't know what I would do without her either."
I do not know what you're talking about. And he's gonna just walk outside and just silence. Again, he is like, with that nat 20 hunter, he is like crushed.
You see those blue Air 404 pop up in his eyes.
Tome.exe has stopped working, and we're going to go ahead and take a break there. In the meantime, guys, enjoy this brief little slideshow. It's only going to take a couple seconds for you guys with the power of time wizardry. It's just a brief little slideshow of some fan art that we've gotten over the little bit. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yeah.
Did we get more fan art?
See, that's why-
just running it in the middle of the break, just to break it up a little bit.
See, now you know why I
I'm
made
gonna
the
look the dog
erection.
out real quick. I'll be right back.
See, Jake, that's why I made the erection joke, because what was gonna happen next was gonna be sad.
We just have to find you the right
Okay.
attachment.
Oh,
You got a new fan art
water
idea.
in the smoke, and I'll be back.
We can turn him into Bender.
Right,
At least once you have to say, "Bite my shiny metal ass."
Oh yeah.
I actually.
like,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Hunter.
I think like what has like really become part of like the emotional core of the campaign is the Hunter Tome dynamic.
I dig
Because
it.
I think that there's something
Yeah.
fascinating between those two.
They're
Yeah.
kind of the same person,
There's, like,
a little bit.
Yeah. I actually really, Jelly, I really appreciate you coming in with the like, oh, maybe it's like a sort of psychosomatic thing. Because I was like, oh, that actually makes a ton of sense. Because, he's like, he doesn't have traditional taste buds, so I guess it would just be like, whatever his sensors like, whatever he thinks it's gonna taste like, is
Yeah.
what it tastes like.
I think it
And
tastes
it
like
didn't
cream
taste right.
wheat because I don't know, but I don't even know if I
Yeah.
know what cream wheat tastes like. But if I think really hard, that's what it tastes like.
Yeah, I apologize, Jake, if I took the too many creative liberties there.
No,
But,
dude, perfect.
Yeah.
I don't give
Like
it.
chicken
You're
leg.
a one-off. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I feel like the senses are tied to like in some cases like our emotional state, and depending on like when we're eating, if we're eating something when we're like super sad or like melancholy, it's like, oh, this doesn't taste right. Why doesn't it taste right?
Or when you got the
Fuck.
vid.
Yeah, something like that.
Tome's got the vid.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Tommy, yeah, he's actually he's a pretty young dude too. He's been around for 20 years at most, but he's a relatively young fella. He's got a lot of stuff to work out.
He's a new model.
He's the only model at this point. Unless I find another Warforged, I would be shocked.
If you find another Warforged, it's going to be in a dungeon attacking you.
Yeah, no. It's not going to be like, oh, he's just walking down the street. Wait, he's just walking. What? What?
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Actually, there is a Florida doppelganger of every one of your characters in the real world. And if you find them and you send me a picture, I will give you a free magic item if it's really good. But I think we're all back, so let's jump back into this, guys. So we're returning back into Brant's Tap House. You guys have just had a lovely meal and experienced some emotions, which is pretty impressive in and of itself if you haven't just eaten things and tasted them also, Tome. It's been a night of amazing things. Your meals are all paid for. If you guys are wanting to crash here at Brant's for the night again, that is totally cool and doable. It is 1 second. I gotta go to the damn notes again. 1 gold for a room with 2 beds in it, and 8 silver pieces for a single bed. You guys are more than welcome to do either if you guys wanted to buddy up for a little bit of a discount, or have a single room all to yourself for a little bit
Take a
more.
room to yourself.
Totally cool.
I'll get a single.
I'm gonna take a single.
I will take a single as well.
Right on, right on.
I'll take a single.
Tom would have since
This
collected
was it
himself.
for
and
single
come back into-
again?
8 silver.
8 silver?
Yeah. It's the way they do it here in
Gotcha.
Brant's is it's 8 silver for a single and a gold for a double. That way it technically is cheaper to get doubles, but individually it's cheaper to get a single. But yeah, so you guys are able to, if you guys want to talk about anything or do anything before you guys head to bed, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, let me know.
Because I only need 6 hours of sleep, I would like to. And here's a question I wanted to ask. Just I would be confused on it. If I want to describe the alarm spell, do I need the the inks, or do we just need the gold?
Here is what I will say. If you have inks and parchment, I will accept the gold value.
I do have an inkwell.
Yeah, then you're good. You're good.
Okay.
And then
I will start scribing the alarm spell.
sweet. I'm gonna look at that real quick, just because. Or do you want to just actually? This is more fun. Tell me about that. Tell me about scribing spells as a wizard, real quick.
I got a spell done?
Yeah, just let me know what is it what the process is, just because so I don't have to look it up.
Like the process of like his own personal process of scribing.
Oh no,
spells.
like mechanically, like if you were to go
So,
into the
It's like a
features.
proximity alarm.
Oh, so basically how scribing spells is, this will be a fun, formative thing for
Yeah.
viewers at
This is
home.
mostly just for the people watching at home, but just yeah.
So how scribing wizard spells works is depending on the type of spell and the level of the spell, it takes a certain amount of gold and hours. So at a base, a first level spell, let's say in this case the alarm spell, it will cost 50 gold per level of the spell. Alarm is a first level abjuration spell, which means that it will take it takes 2 hours per level of the spell.
Okay,
So-
perfect. So you got 2 hours to kill extra on your night. So you have, if you've got the gold, you got the.
Yep.
If you got the money,
I have
you got the
6.
time, baby.
Yep. So basically, how Tome goes about scribing his spells is essentially he like goes into a meditative state. His mage hand kind of pops up, and his eyes just kind of start absorbing the information, scanning every single aspect of it with those spectral glasses from the guidance spell. And his hand, like the mage hand, automatically just starts like very much like in line with a printer, just starts like in perfect script, starts writing out Tome's version of the incantation. Because fun fact, all wizards have their own different way of writing things.
Oh yeah.
And the reason you got to spend all the time and the gold is to convert their nonsense into your nonsense.
Exactly.
That is exactly what Tome does.
Heck yeah. And yeah, you are able to get your scroll scribed into your spellbook, and it is now yours.
Yep. And before I go into sentry mode, I would like to make use of that by, just warding up the window and the door.
I do believe there is a component for that is important.
Oh!
Is it there?
Oh, no, that's... Are you thinking of...
I might be thinking of something else.
I think it's like a wire or something to kind of set the perimeter.
Yeah.
I thought there was like a silver wire that you had to have for some reason.
No. It is not a gold component, no.
Okay, cool. Then you're good then. Yeah, go for it.
Yep. So anytime, if someone tries to enter my room, I will be the first to know about it.
Hell,
And then
actually, that's not correct. I will.
Oh, well, I mean, semantics. Before, and one last thing, because I've been talking a lot this session, so I'm going to keep it brief. Before Tome kind of lies down on his bed, he doesn't really pull back the sheets, because, why? It doesn't really do anything for him. But he's gonna take off his hat and just kind of look at it real sad. And before he goes to sleep, he's going to say, "I wish we could have enjoyed it together, Mother." And then he'll go to sleep. Well, his version of sleep, which is kind of just sitting still for 6 hours.
Lights dim just a little bit.
Yeah, he's refusing to go to sleep. Like he can sleep, but it's opting not to.
For sure. Anybody else doing anything before bed tonight?
I think Hunter...
30 minutes to an hour, just kind of going over his notes and everything they've learned and experienced for the day.
I gotcha. Hunter?
I think Hunter does his nighttime ritual, which is basically closing all of the blinds, locking every door, making sure everything is as tied down and secure as possible. He puts he has one dagger under the pillow. He has his crossbow on the nightstand, and then his 2 short swords leaning up right next to him. So all of his weapons are in range in case of some kind of attack in the middle of the night. And then basically just takes off his armor, puts on his most comfortable clothes, and then just sprawls out like a starfish on the bed.
Okay. What is? Give me just a survival check, Hunter, as you're putting your precautions in place and battening down your hatches and going through your ritual.
What am I rolling?
Survival. Sorry.
Gotcha. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Heck yeah. In the event of something that goes wrong, I'm going to make a note of this, and your door breach DC will be modified. Not that anything would happen, but I like to keep notes of this weird shit. Hell yeah. Finlow, did you have anything you wanted to do?
Yeah. So Finn, as he goes over to the bed, he takes off his satchel, he takes off his cloak, undoes his bit of chest armor, And he goes over and he lights a single candle and sits down on the ground, Indian style, or crisscross applesauce, or whatever they say now that is PC. And he takes out his pipe and he fills it full of some of that good, gives it a little light, and he sits back to receive or to go into his trance and to see if he hears from the dreamer. What, if anything, any messages, anything that comes from it.
Okay. Are you casting any type of spell to aid you in this, or are you just doing your thing ritually like you normally would?
I would say I'm going to cast guidance on myself just to see.
Okay. It's a cantrip, so that wouldn't hurt anything. I
Yeah.
was asking more specifically, like, if you were doing something like, I'm not sure what the thing ceremony can do.
He
or
does
like,
not cast any spells, no.
Oh,
He pretty much just sits back, relaxes, turns on a little Zeppelin, and smokes some.
I gotcha.
Some tobacco.
Just so you know, because I know you're new to clerics and whatnot, if you down the road, whenever you get some more levels under you, if you're ever interested in getting a for sure answer every time, there are spells that can help you out with that, like commune and things like that.
Okay.
Just to keep that in mind. But yeah, as you let the warm sensation of the slightly bitter, earthy, citrusy, bright flavor of the teckle wash over you, you drift off into that liminal space between here and there, then and now, that is that gentle foyer that leads into the land of the dreams. And over the course of the night, roll me a D100, Finn.
You said a what?
D100.
All right. Ooh, I get a chance to use the big one. Give me a second.
You're gonna immediately hate it.
That would be a even 10.
Even 10. Interesting. That's awesome. Hell yeah. With a 10, you're somewhere else. You're running through the woods. It's snowing. It's cold. It's windy. It's fast. You're moving fast. You're not a person. You're a wolf. You're hunting. You're hunting. You're hunting. You're hungry. You're hunting. There's others around. Your pack, your friends, they're around. They're hunting too. We're hunting. We're moving through the woods. We're going fast. It's snowing. It's dark. It's dark. This is familiar. We know where we're at. Ahead, there's light. We don't like to go close because there's people, but we want to see what's going on because we're curious and we're hungry. So we go and we go and we go and we go closer, and it's a large building. We've seen this before. It's a Finn, make a perception check.
$17.
17. Okay. It is an estate of some type, a big, large house. There's a gate and several outbuildings and a small wall built around the house just in the small yard area, but it sits on a large property. You're running through the woods. It's a small copse of trees, really. You skirt around the house. There's people everywhere. You can't really make out what they're doing from this distance. Well, you can see the people just fine, but you don't care what they're doing in your current moment of the dream. You don't have control over it, and it isn't what the narrator is interested in as you skirt around the house and bound off into the tall grass of the plains. And you're hunting again, and you're hunting again, and you're hunting again, and you're running, and you're running, and you jump over a creek, and you jump over another creek. No, it might have been the same creek. It doesn't matter. And you're hunting, and you find rabbit, and you're chasing, and you're chasing, and you're chasing, and then you wake up after a while, and that's the end of your dream.
I have one question about that dream.
Okay. Well, hold on a
Was I
second. We'll get to you.
doing the entire time?
Yeah, probably. And real quick, Melee, was there anything you needed to do before you went to bed last night?
Sorry, you cut out there. Were you talking to me?
Yeah, I was just wanting to know if there's anything you wanted to do before you bed.
Not before she gets in bed, but after she's in bed and the lights have been off for a couple minutes, Melee says, "Hey, Nemoros, are you awake?" And the skull says, "Did you really just ask me that?" And she waits a few seconds and says, "Those people today, we never even learned the names of the ones we were unable to rescue. Is there anything we could have done? I feel as though we should have been able to save them all." The skull says, "Kid, all you can do now is enact their vengeance." And then after another minute or two, Nemoros says, "You know what the scariest part of death is? It's not actually the ending. The scariest part of death is realizing the world spins on without you." And then nothing else said for the rest of the night.
I think as you're drifting off into
He's
that...
Nemoros.
I think right as you're drifting off
Especially
into
right
that in-between space where you often have that feeling of suddenly falling. You're in that space, that chill place where you could be asleep and you could have been asleep for the last 20 minutes and don't know it yet. You hear or feel, you know there were words present somewhere that said, "But soon." Just ever so softly.
Okay.
Don't even know that even happened. But you all get a long rest.
Yay!
Yeah, hallelujah.
Do I have my nightly visitor?
I thought that was only monthly.
Well, Hunter, is it a everyday thing, or what do you think there?
You know what? I'm gonna roll on the dice to see if our phone shows up. Okay. I rolled a D20 high low. On I think 8 our sleep paralysis friend shows up again tonight.
Okay. Well, then absolutely. He is, as always, oppressive and all-encompassing and minuscule at the same time, but great and vast and infinite and just solely focused on you, peering into your soul deeper than you would think was possible if it wasn't so regular. They're like almost like an old friend. Unnerving as it is.
I think when Hunter wakes up in the morning, immediately goes for the dagger, sees nothing there, cold sweat of terror absolutely gripping him, and then goes and gets ready for the day.
Right as you're
Another restful
walking,
sleep.
as you're walking to the door and as your hand reaches out for it, there's just this sound, or this feeling of a sound again, like a deep inhale, just a
Stop.
and you head out into the day. It is early morning, probably 7:30, 8 o'clock. The tavern is... there's a few people about as you guys make your way down into the tavern space. Few people about as Tenarb is piling scrambled eggs onto a silver platter, or looks like a silver platter, on the bar next to looks like a plate full of sausage links, and another plate that has some streaky bacon on it. And then there's a bowl that has some breads in it. Who do you think could be the first to come down this morning?
I mean, probably me. I sleep less as a half elf, right? Or am I mixing that up?
Don't believe half elves do. I think they
Just have the magical resistance. Okay.
Yeah, they get tricked into the full night's sleep. They weren't. They have to do the Adderall in college.
Yeah, never mind. She probably sleeps in every day then.
I think Hunter just probably, again, woke up pretty early in the morning, cold sweat, so probably one of the first people down there, just not wanting to think about, again, the nightly visitor.
Oh yeah. As you walk down, Tenarb behind the bar, he's got a green linen shirt on today, and his hair's kind of messy. He's got powder stains all over a black apron with leather straps to it, and he sees you and he says, "Hey, morning, how are we doing this morning?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Could be better, but you know what? Brand new day.
Could be better. Well, you wanna pour yourself a pot of coffee and grab yourself some eggs. That'll make you feel right as rain.
Yeah. I'll take whatever you can give me, boss.
Got plenty. Help yourself. Not a bunch
Ain't
of
gonna
people.
blow
Then
up.
haven't been a whole bunch of people staying in the rooms besides you lot. Ever since the other group left.
Other group?
Oh yeah, it was like you, another adventuring group. They were staying here with y'all for.
Friends we met
Was
last
there was there a cleric with them? Kind of looked like me. No.
Oh, well, good morning, my little friend. He says as you walk down. Yeah.
Rubbing my eyes, rubbing the sleep from my eyes.
Yeah, there was a little fella, and then a great big fella, and then a creepy
Blonde
lady.
lady.
Yep, they were.
Oh, what did they call themselves?
Heaven's hell.
Lover.
Those blokes again.
Oh, really? What did they call themselves?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Just deserters. They have no ounce of
Just
creativity
deserters.
in their port.
Just deserters. That's
Okay.
right. Too
Morning,
clever for
Adrian.
them.
Tenarb chuckles. He's like, I kind of think it's kind of a clever name.
It's too clever for them. You don't know them that well.
I think at
Look,
this point, though, I would awaken from my stasis and kind of just shamble out of bed, start making my way downstairs. No, I would actually like to start something, because I did mention something to the guy at the mines yesterday. I was going to try and make a spell to detect gas, based on the new spell that I got, the alarm spell.
Okay. That would definitely take some work. I would say roll me roll me an Arcana check and a what do I ask for here?
Yeah, just the second I woke up, I'm just like scribbling like down in my my spell book, just like different.
Yeah, make the. Let's do 2 Arcana checks. To kind of like hash your idea out and to start to jot it down.
Is this guidanceable or not? I just want to.
Yeah, it's totally guidanceable, I think, in this situation.
Okay. All right, people got it. 2 Arcana checks coming up. Double natural 1. I am just not good at my job.
Are you serious?
No, I'm
Oh,
bad. Can you fucking imagine?
I mean,
Fucking,
it's happened here before.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
seen it.
Let's not discount it. 1, 4. That's the first one is a 15.
Damn, that's a fucking modifier. Hell yeah.
And the second one is a...
Oh man.
Is an 11.
Wow.
I was at different... Oh yeah, it's the roll.
So yeah, you've got a really solid idea in your head, and when it comes down to it, just not quite able to get the formula down.
It'll take time.
Probably spend another day at it, and you probably can get it. It might not. It doesn't seem like it's that complicated of a spell, but it's just getting that formula right to make sure that it's duplicatable.
I've actually been thinking about this in my head for a while since I got the spell. It's basically like the formula of the spell is detecting life form, so it's just about the framework is already there, but it's about switching the it from detecting people to detecting like gaseous substances, and like you said, like making it like simple enough to be like replicatable on a it's like if it's going to be used by miners, like a lot of them aren't going to be experienced with magic to begin with. So it's like
and to be fair too, you're kind of not used to preparing spells for people. You're used to preparing spells for you. So it's just a lot of it is just trying to bridge that gap, a little bit of a translation barrier there. And actually, roll me an insight check, Tome.
Sure. That is a 12.
12. With a 12, you get the idea that if you were to have some help with the scribing part of scribing a scroll when it comes to that type of thing with creation, it could be beneficial to you with having someone able to help you bridge that gap to making it castable by people. Could be beneficial in the future.
Like so basically it's like having someone there to help get it down, so it can be usable by people more easily other than myself.
And just gives you advantage in that situation on the roll, on one of those 2 rolls.
Basically making it so it's not so much a wizard spell, but more so much a just a spell that anyone can use.
Yeah, there you go. Hunter, were you wanting to say something, sir?
Yeah, I have a strange question. Is there anywhere in town I could buy a spell scroll?
In town here, there would not be.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they, and I think most of you guys would know that wizards on the whole are relatively, and I think Melee, you were asking about this earlier and we accidentally might have forgotten about it, so this could kind of help you out there a little bit. Wizards on the whole are kind of rare in Boreala. Most of them
Cut out there the kind of what?
they're rare in Boreala. Most
Oh,
of
okay.
them are the way I explained this to Lars when we were building Tome. Most of them are middle of the road, kind of not good, but compared to a mortal man, really awesome, like really forgettable wizards in Onstria that have like expatriated to Boreala to like make a bunch of money training apprentices or doing
Yeah.
tricks for people for money, basically just exploiting the scarcity of magic.
Gotcha.
In Boreala, sorceress bloodlines are a little bit more common. People that are born with innate abilities, type of thing. Not really any one kind of things. Like, no one's really probably ever heard of a necromancer outside of stories before. Especially not one being around in the area.
Especially not one being made of meta.
Yeah.
We'll get back to
and
that.
the one that would have been in the area is one that only one person would know of because they were careful about it. Well, I guess maybe 1.5. Adran knew something was out there. But he did a lot of work on that too. So yeah, not a super common thing.
Gotcha. Only reason why I ask is I think where Hunter's at right now is like, okay, I think a little bit of magic can help. And so I think Hunter was wanting to pick up specifically a spell scroll of Find Familiar so you can have that little bit of magical assistance in trying to hunt things down, being able to see from the sky.
Well, I will definitely keep that in mind, sir. And keep your eyes open as well, because there are definitely, while there isn't in Margland, there definitely are opportunities down the road. It's just not a thing that this town has had a reason to... Actually, I will give you... give me a... give me a survival check, Hunter.
Okay.
Because this is kind of a familiarity with the region. Survival check is kind of how I'm.
26.
Hey.
Hell yeah! With a 26, you will know that mostly the Hollow Folk cities are your best bet for finding magic. They're the ones that are have the least amount of Borealan presence and influence, and have the most chance for having open practitioners of innate abilities offering their services. Not that it's illegal anywhere in Boreala by any means, but it's less common for people to be open about it because of like a pride thing culturally, or not like a pride thing, but like a perception thing culturally.
Yeah.
Also, I realized I did my math wrong. It was 25, but I don't think that is that big of a difference. But
Hunter and Fed, you watch as Tome's so like distracted by like his like own calculations. He just kind of runs into a wall, but then just kind of keeps doing it.
Oh, what are you, my Roomba?
And then like he just like he the walking motion still happens, but no movement's happening. And then he just kind of snaps shut, and then realizes he's in front of a wall. Oh, and just kind of like the head turns around, and then the body turns around with him.
Melee, there's a broken robot blocking the way.
Oh, my apologies. I was blocked at my calculations.
Yeah, I'm still waking up too.
I do not sleep, but yes, I suppose that is the way of.
Volarus doesn't sleep. He waits.
No. You cannot make me. My bedtime. I do not have a bedtime. Because I do not sleep. Anyway. Did you sleep well, Bailey?
She thinks for a minute, and then says, I had a really weird dream, actually.
What was the dream about?
I was standing on a stage back home, and there's a light in my eye. I couldn't really see the audience. I lifted Nemoros up to start my act, but he felt heavier than usual. And when I was about to speak, the skull spoke. A deep and hollow laughing sound rattled through the theater. I noticed the audience started clapping in a slow, deliberate rhythm that grew louder. But I couldn't really make out anything other than skeletal forms in clothes. I woke up clutching Nemoros.
Interesting.
Right.
What dreams
Was that
are
it
pretty
like a
common.
Nemoros family reunion?
Hopefully that is not a portent of ill omen.
No, it was just Nemoros family
It was
reunion.
a weird one.
Is Adran awake or is he still asleep?
I just don't need a grand entrance.
Oh, alright.
He's like, I've been here the whole time.
Right. Just so there's just stuff in his face with like eggs and bacon and just chugging down a beer.
Yeah, let's
Same way.
go join them and see how bacon tastes.
I
It's
am
nice and
curious.
greasy.
I am curious about that. There was when I lived in the woods, there was a wild boar for a brief time. It was very unceremonious.
This was probably less so.
I think I know what's to
Oh no, you're good. Out of game question. Do you know how much longer the session's going to go on for?
2, maybe 3 minutes.
Okay, cool.
But yes, I am curious what cooked pig tastes like. Although I will admit, watching a boar get ripped limb from them made it a bit less appetizing in my mind. And
Well, you
I
can always have
never-
eggs. You know what eggs are?
Of course, I know what eggs are. They were birds. The bear ate them too. But the bear was very.
No,
funny.
they weren't birds. They're baby birds.
But I understand the core concept. It's just bears climb trees mainly, and this one was. Well, there was a falcon, and it had a disagreement with the bear. And the bear climbed a tree and then ate the falcon, and let's just eat the bacon. And I'm rambling. I'm rambling about
What
the
he's
bear.
having?
Yes. Well, the bear is. Well, I mean the same. I'm wearing the same bear. He kind of gestures to his father.
I won't have what he's having.
It is just.
What did you order? The special or the soup?
The special. That's what I ordered.
Thank you, Will. Thank you for getting it, buddy.
Interesting. He kind of
Don't worry,
picks up one.
my parents showed me Spaceballs when I was 3.
My
He
man.
he picks
That
up one
explains
piece.
a lot.
He picks up one piece of bacon. This one is crunchy, but this one is limp and soggy. Most vexing.
Hell yeah.
Making pancakes, making pancakes.
Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes. So hell yeah, as you guys sit down to chow down on your breakfast, outside, it is a sunny morning here in Marglin as the snow-covered streets outside are beginning to swell with activity as the day begins. You can tell, even from inside out the windows, that people are beginning to hang up bannered streamers on their storefronts and decorating by putting garland and tinsel around as they decorate for the upcoming holiday. A few of you would know as Winter's Crest. I'm sorry, not Winter's Crest. I'm going to have to edit that out. That's somebody else's holidays. Winter's Tide is a local holiday celebrated here on the coast. That is where we're going to go ahead and end for tonight, and we will pick up there next week here on the Legends of Abilene. Thank you all so much for sticking with us tonight. Y'all take care. Bye.
Good.